In the early 90s, hip hop was exploding. Groups like Public Enemy, NWA, and A Tribe Called Quest were pushing the culture forward. But then a new group appeared, with a name that immediately turned heads: Young Black Teenagers, or YBT. There was only one problem: none of them were black. And the controversy that followed turned them into one of hip hop's most unusual stories. The group was put together by legendary producer Hank Shocklee, one of the members of the Bomb Squad, the production team behind Public Enemy. Shocklee wanted to make a statement about identity in hip hop. The idea behind the name wasn't meant to deceive people. Instead, it was meant to challenge assumptions. The message was simple: black, in this context, represented culture, not skin color. But the hip hop community wasn't entirely convinced about this. Young Black Teenagers consisted of Cameron, Firstborn, Flex, Tommy Never, and ATA. They were white teenagers from New York who had grown up around hip hop culture and were heavily influenced by the golden era of rap. And to their credit, they could actually rap. In 1991, they released their self-titled debut album, Young Black Teenagers. The album featured production connected to the Bomb Squad sound, heavy beats, layered samples, and aggressive delivery. Their biggest single was Tap the Bottle. The song became a legitimate hit on hip-hop and radio and MTV. Suddenly, the group had a visibility, but the controversy never disappeared. Critics argued that the group's name was insensitive and confusing. Some hip-hop fans questioned whether the name was exploiting black culture. Others believed the concept was a way to highlight how hip-hop identity was evolving. Even today, people still debate whether the name was clever commentary or just bad marketing decision. Either way, it got attention. In 1993, the group released their second album, Dead Ends Kids Doing Lifetime Bits. While it had solid production and lyricism, it never matched the attention of their debut. By the mid-90s, hip-hop was shifting. The industry was moving forward. Gangsta rap dominance, West Coast G-funk, hardcore East Coast lyricism, and young black teenagers slowly faded from the spotlight. Unlike many rap groups that broke up due to conflict, young black teenagers mostly drifted apart as the industry changed. Some members stayed involved in music behind the scenes, others stepped away from the spotlight entirely. But their place in hip-hop history remained unique, because no other group has ever attempted to do something quite like it. Looking back today, the young black teenager story raises bigger questions about hip-hop culture. Who gets to participate in hip-hop? Where is the line between appreciation and appropriation? And how much does identity shape how artists are received? Those conversations still happen today, which means, in a strange way, this group was ahead of its time. Young black teenagers might not be remembered as chart-topping superstars, but they represent one of the most unusual chapters in hip-hop history. A group whose name sparked debate, whose music proved they could actually rap, and whose story still challenges how we define hip-hop culture. This is Mike Nyce with Nyce-Entertainment.